I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. Welcome to the Black Excellence and Abundance Channel.
Black money matters. 2. Black-led banks. City First in Washington, D.C., and Broadway Financial Corporation in Los Angeles, California, announced in August of 2020 that they had entered into a transformational merger of equals agreement to create the largest Black-led bank in the nation with more than $1 billion in combined assets under management and approximately $850 million in total depository institution assets. Combining the two institutions will increase their collective commercial lending capacity for investments in multifamily affordable housing, small businesses, and nonprofit development in financially underserved urban areas while creating a national platform for impact investors. Bryant E. Argerich, Chief Executive of City First, will be Chief Executive of the combined company, which will use City First as its bank's brand but keep the publicly traded Broadway Financial Corporation as its bank holding company. Wayne Kent A. Bradshaw, Broadway's Chief Executive, will be the chairman of the combined company. Broadway and City First are community development financial institutions, CDFIs, and have a long-standing history of advancing economic and social equity through the provisions of capital in low to moderate income communities. The combined institutions will maintain its CDFI status, requiring it to deploy at least 60% of its lending into the low-moderate income communities. Since the beginning of 2015, City First Bank and Broadway Federal Bank have collectively deployed over $1.1 billion combined in loans and investments in their communities. Given the compounding factors of a global pandemic, unprecedented unemployment, and social unrest resulting from centuries of inequities, the work of the CDFIs has never been more urgent and necessary, said Bryant E. Argerich. As part of this historic merger, we are demonstrating that thriving urban neighborhoods are viable markets that require a dedicated focus, long-term commitment, and critical access to capital. The new combined institution will strengthen our position and will help drive both sustainable economic growth and social returns, said Mr. Bradshaw. We envision building stronger profitability and creating a multiplier effect of capital available for our customers and for the communities we serve. The new institution will maintain bi-coastal headquarters and will continue to serve and expand in the bank's current geographic areas with a desire to scale to other high-potential urban markets. Shares for Broadway Financial were up 17% after the merger was announced. The transaction, which is expected to close early next year, will leave Broadway stockholders with 52.5% ownership of the new company and City First shareholders with 47.5% ownership. The expanded City First Bank, which concentrates on underserved neighborhoods, will be the nation's largest black-controlled, federally insured commercial lender. The enlarged bank will specialize in three areas of financing: multifamily affordable housing, small businesses, and nonprofit development, said Mr. Argerich. Broadway and City First are community development financial institutions, which are lenders that focus on low and moderate income areas and typically serve minority borrowers and entrepreneurs who lack the assets to get traditional loans. The new company will preserve Broadway's designation as a minority depository institution and a federally insured institution that is mostly owned by minority shareholders or led by a minority-controlled board. The two banks desire to grow and create an organization with a larger capital base inspired the merger. Community lenders have been especially prominent lately in dealing with the economic shocks of the coronavirus crisis and the protests that roiled many cities this summer. They were a vital link in getting government relief funds and other resources to businesses and entrepreneurs in areas neglected by the larger banks. In the midst of a global pandemic, unprecedented unemployment, and the very important social unrest going on in our community, CDFIs are the answer, said Mr. Argerich. By building a bi-coastal and national platform, we have the opportunity to become a very attractive platform for impact investors looking to join this space. There are about 49 black-owned banks, according to the government's latest data. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation found that these banks outperform traditional banks in originating mortgages and federally backed small business loans to borrowers in low and moderate income. Not a surprise. We here at the Black Excellence and Abundance channel sends nothing but good vibes to the new Black-led banks, First City of Washington, D.C., and the Broadway Financial Corporation, a new wave of Black excellence and Black money. And like Frederick Douglass said, who you give your money to is who you give your power to. Black money does indeed matter. The Black Excellence and Abundance channel, where Black history is every day.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, thou art rich.